Welcome to Pakistan. We're Luke and Sabrina, and today is day one of our tour here with Manaki. We are starting things off in the ancient city of Lahore in Punjab province. We're gonna have a full day of exploring this ancient city, eating all kinds of Pakistani street food. I am so excited to be here. It's been a long time coming, and this is the start of an incredible series exploring this beautiful country and meeting the people, experiencing the culture, and of course, tasting the food. It's gonna be a great day, so make sure you stay tuned until the end. Let's go eat some Pakistani food. For breakfast today, we are having halwa puri, which is a famous breakfast here in Lahore and all over Pakistan. And the puri is the type of bread, and the way that he makes it is he flattens out the dough, kind of clapping it between his hands. And then the technique is really cool. He gives it this kind of twist and throws it in the hot oil, just like that. And it allows it to kind of puff up and become this sort of balloon of a bread. And we're gonna eat it with halwa, a couple other things. We've got a big breakfast spread here. We ordered up pretty much everything that they serve here. So this is the final product of the puri, that bread that he's making. You can see it's got this big balloon type shape. Over here we've got chane, which is a chickpea mixed, tons of spices, you can tell in there. This is the aloo, the potatoes, and then you can see that desi ghee, which is clarified butter, famous here in Punjab. This is the halwa. This is semolina, sweetened semolina, lots of spices once again. This is also halwa, but it's actually been fried and kind of made into like a dumpling. I've never seen this one before. And then this is another type of halwa with koya, which is milk solids on top. So the way that you're supposed to eat this is actually just take the puri here and rip off a little piece, and you can actually just grab the halwa. I'm gonna go for this one over here, the plain one. Grab a little halwa. This is sweet. Try it out. Puri is very, very thin. The halwa is quite sweet. That is a very sweet breakfast, and it's got this really kind of sticky texture to it. But we've also got some savory versions here, so I'll grab a little bit more puri. Everything's kind of meant to be eaten with the puri, and maybe I'll go for some aloo, the potato, with all that desi ghee inside. So, there's the spice. Oh yeah, that's the way to start your day here in Pakistan. A little bit of spice. You can feel that really kind of buttery ghee. I've never seen this one. This is like the fried halwa dumpling. It's kind of caramelized on the outside, so the outer coating has a nice crispy, crunchy slash chewy texture to it, and it's just got the flavor of the halwa, very sweet. Yeah. Next up is the chene, the chickpeas. Oh wow, yum. That definitely has some cinnamon in it. I wasn't expecting that. I was expecting to be more spicy. That's really good. There's such a contrast of flavors here with sweet, spicy, savory. What do you think of our first meal in Pakistan, Sabrina? Wow,
Such an awesome way to start the day. This spicy potato with the puri is my definite favorite.
Get you all fired up and spicy for the day?
Yeah, all spicy in my belly. And we forgot to mention that Luke and I are going to be wearing these traditional Pakistani dress, the kurta. As you can see, this is brand new. Luke's also wearing one as well. These are really beautiful. They're very comfortable, and it's kind of nice to blend in with the crowd here.
It's actually super comfortable, the kurta. I don't know how much blending in we're really doing, but it is really comfy. That place is called Taj Mahal Sweets here in Lahore. Great halwa puri. And it's interesting, you actually pay for the puri, and the chickpeas and the potatoes will come included, and the halwa though is separate. So that wasn't enough for breakfast. We're definitely gonna try another thing for breakfast today. Our next stop for breakfast is at a famous place called Paja Siri Pie, and they serve Siri Pie, which is a goat foot kind of stew. And he's got this massive like swimming pool full of goat feet, and he's kind of marinating them, and they've definitely been cooking for a long time, and it looks and smells really interesting. I definitely have never had goat feet for breakfast, but it looks good.
Our second breakfast has arrived, and take a look at what we got. This is the Siri Pie, the goat feet stew, and just check out all of those fatty, gelatinous pieces all over it, and then that rich broth. Oh, this is a really good winter dish. And also over here, we've ordered up some kulcha, which is the tandoor baked bread, and it's covered in a layer of sesame seeds, and it looks really cool, the shape of the bread. I think it's going to be a little bit of a difficult task. Oh, maybe not. This has been cooked overnight in its own fat, so it's extremely tender, fall off the bone. I'm gonna go in with the kulcha and just try to rip a piece off, and that's no problem at all. That was extremely chewy. I don't think I got any meat on that bite. Very full of collagen, very fatty on that goat foot, and the flavors are really natural. Not very sweet, not very spicy, just really nice. And I'm gonna take a piece of the kulcha and just try the broth by itself so I can see what that flavor is. Oh wow, that is like pure oil. That tastes so good.
You can see it's already completely fallen off the bone here. Grab this. Oh, it's already fallen off all of that, and it's basically everything but the meat. That is fatty.
We have used the word gelatinous to describe certain things before, but gelatinous is an understatement for this. Just look at that. It's like bouncy. Wow, what a unique dish that was. And we are super full from breakfast, so we are going over just down the street to have a tea.
The type of tea that we're going to have is called Dudh Patti, which is made with only the buffalo milk in the tea, so there's no water actually added. It's supposed to be super thick and creamy, and he's kind of frothing it up here behind me now. So this is the final result. Super thick looking and very creamy, only made with milk, lots of sugar. Let's give it a try. Oh yeah. There's more to it than meets the eye. It is definitely quite sweet, but this is like worth having up to 10 times a day. I could just sit and drink this all day long. That is so good.
It's actually really cool that they're serving it in this kind of fancy cup and plate right on the side of the street. You don't get this very often, and the tea is so good. You can tell that the milk is very fresh.
What a first breakfast here in Pakistan. Great way to start the trip. We're gonna jump into a rickshaw and we're gonna head to the famous Lahore Fort. That was a really fun rickshaw ride. We have now arrived at Lahore Fort. This is the iconic symbol of Lahore, an ancient Mughal fort with many different areas to explore. Right now we are in the area called the Palace of Mirrors, and there's tons of little mirrors all over the walls. Apparently the Queen requested that the King bring the stars down to earth, and what he did was build this room full of mirrors, so kind of resembles stars. And there's a lot to explore here, including the Badshahi Mosque, which we're going to go to in a little bit. This is such a cool place for photography, and it really feels like undiscovered, not as popular as some sites elsewhere in the world, but still very, very interesting. What's going on here?
Being guarded.
There's so much detail in this fort, and it is absolutely massive. There's all kinds of different areas that were built by different rulers to kind of leave their mark on the fort. Right now we're going to just walk just down the street to the Badshahi Mosque, another very famous site here in Lahore. This is the Badshahi Mosque. It was built in the 1600s. It's this big open square, and it's all built out of red sandstone and inlaid with white marble. It's honestly, in my opinion, more beautiful than the fort. It was used for multiple reasons over history. By the British, it was actually used as a horse stable, some military reasons as well, and it was destroyed quite extensively, and they've rebuilt it back in about the 70s. So nowadays, though, it is just this gorgeous, gorgeous mosque. Beautiful details on the outside, and then you've got these amazing minarets surrounding it. Very peaceful in here and calm too. I love it. We're gonna actually go inside and take a little look inside. I think it's safe to say that that's one of the world's most beautiful mosques. Definitely one of the most beautiful ones I've ever seen. We're gonna head back into the streets of Lahore looking for some more food. We have come to Waqas Biryani here in Lahore. We actually get to go up into their kitchen, which is above the restaurant. This is more than a kitchen. This is a factory. This is a biryani factory. They're cooking biryani by the ton in here. They've got massive, massive cauldrons bubbling full of spices. It is so hot in here, and it smells incredible in here. And they actually have an elevator that they have to lower the biryani downstairs. And there it goes down to the masses downstairs, the hungry masses. Let's go join them.
Wow, that was amazing.
This is a serious operation. They've got tons and tons of biryani, and they are just serving this like crazy. No wonder they have to cook so much of it. Wow, it smells so good. Our biryani has arrived, and you can see that every single grain of rice is separated and it's coated in all that spice, and a little bit of ghee in there as well. And this is called shami kebab, and it's a fried lentil mash, and then we've got a big chicken drumstick hiding underneath there. Then over here we've got a little salad and raita, which is a yogurt with mint and maybe some other herbs in there as well, and it's meant to be eaten with the rice. So I'm just gonna drop the raita right on top there, and let me go in, try to get some of that chicken. Oh wow, that chicken feels super soft. Look at that. Let's give it a try. Oh man, that is so good. You get the little bit of tartness from the raita, and then the rice is spiced up so nice. It's definitely spicy, but it's not too spicy. You can taste that there's quite a bit of like butteriness coming from the ghee. Oh man, there's so much flavor in there, and that chicken is so soft. Look how fall off the bone this chicken is. I'm just barely even using my spoon, and it comes right off. And you gotta have it with the raita. It's so good. So this is my first time seeing the shami kebab, which is the lentil patty mixed with some chicken, and then it's fried up. It's a flimsy little thing. Let's try it. Wow. It's almost like a paste. It's really, really, really soft. That biryani was great. Huge portion sizes, super filling, a lot of rice there. And it is right in the heart of this market here in Lahore. We're gonna head to the next place now. For our last stop today, we are at Arif Shatkara. This is another insane restaurant. They are famous for their chicken tikka tawa. The tawa is the big hot plate that they're cooking it on, and the chicken tikka is what they're serving. So it's chicken that's fried, and he's marinated it in a secret marinade, which looks like it contains some yogurt and a lot of spices. And the amount of green chilies that he put on this thing is unmatched anywhere in the world. I've never seen so many green chilies go on one frying pan at one time. On top of that, he puts a little bit of, it looks like a little lemon. But let me tell you, the amount of green chilies on there is scaring the hell out of me right now. Okay, this beautiful mess of a plate is the chicken tikka tawa here, and it looks absolutely insane. Just look at the amount of ghee at the bottom here, all of that clarified butter that they're cooking it in, and you can see those super spicy looking green chilies on the top. So you can order a breast or lag. We decided to go with the lag, and it's eaten with the chapati here, the thin bread, and also they've given us a couple of veggies here with some of those little lemons, and I'm just gonna squeeze a little lemon on top just to hopefully cut through some of that spiciness, because I know this is gonna be really spicy when you dig into one of those green chilies. Try to only get one of those green chilies if I can. There we go. Let's try that. Wow. It's not nearly, even with the green chili, as spicy as I was expecting. And the flavor is subtle. You can definitely taste that lemon that I put on top. You can really feel that that's the preparation method, cooking on the tawa, really retains all the juices in that breast meat. It is super succulent meat, and it's definitely starting to build, but it's not as spicy as I had expected. This is super, super good, and there is just tons of meat on there. Look at that. You can see the marinade on the outside is almost caramelized from being cooked on the tawa, and I'll dip it in a little bit of this raita. That is just simply delicious. Not much to it, just deliciously cooked chicken. That was some killer chicken. It's definitely more intimidating than it really is because it's not as spicy as I thought, but the amount of green chilies they put on there, the flavor really infuses into the chicken. Such a cool preparation, and they've even got live music here at this restaurant. Day one in Pakistan is in the books. What an incredible day, and I want to say a massive, huge thank you to Manaki for sponsoring our trip here in Pakistan. It's like the Airbnb of Pakistan. You can book tours on their website, and they will take you to see all the beauties of Pakistan, including the culture, the people, and of course the food. So huge thank you to Manaki. Check them out down in the description box. Incredible day. It's definitely a country I've always wanted to visit. Obviously during COVID, it wasn't the best time to come, but we're trying to be as safe as possible, and the people are just so friendly here, and the food has just been so good. So what do you think was the best thing we had today, Sabrina?
I would have to say the biryani that we had earlier. Really spicy, really full of flavor, very delicious.
Yeah, I gotta give it up for this chicken. I love this chicken. It was so good the way that it was cooked and marinated. So day one in Pakistan, that was amazing. Make sure if you haven't already, subscribe, hit the bell icon so you're notified, and we'll see you guys in the next episode of Chopstick Travel. Bye-bye.
Bye.